Yo,
Yeah,
it's dead in this town.
man,
You know,
it's crazy.
gotta shake things up.
Yeah,
For real. Let's go.
Quiet nights, there is no sound. Who needs a life with no fun around?
Hey everybody, this is MsTrue Redbone. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm actually doing a collab with 89 Bennett. Her link will be in the description box. So make sure you go and show some love. This is a letter to my brother. My brother was murdered in 2000. I really hate saying that, you know. I hate saying that word. So you may hear me say he left a lot because I really hate saying that word. But my brother was murdered on August, I think it was the 29th or the 30th, you guys. And this is really hard to do. I didn't think it would be this difficult. So 89 Bennett is also doing a letter to her brother. So I actually physically wrote out a letter to my brother, and I'm going to read it to you guys and try not to be too emotional so that I can finish. This should be a short video, you guys, but again, excuse me, this is a letter to my brother. If I could go back to the day knowing what I know now, knowing it was your last day, I wouldn't have went to work, and I would have made you go somewhere and do something with me. I would have gotten you out of the house. I didn't get to spend any time with you the week leading up to the day you left. Remember, I was in Pine Bluff and you called me. You asked me what was I up to, what was I doing. I'm gonna pause with the letter for a second. My brother, this particular brother, his name was Larry Love. Well, his name was Larry, but he was known all around Wisconsin, at Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as Focus Camera. He was known around Wisconsin as Larry Love. Everybody knew Larry Love. He was his funeral, y'all, his funeral, you would have thought they was burying Michael Jackson. No lie. He had cars, probably, it looked like it was cars to the funeral procession. It looked like it was cars for miles. Everybody wanted to get up, and it was people standing up in the funeral home. It was people standing outside of the hallway just to hear a little bit, you know, of what was going on in the funeral. Everybody wanted to say something about Larry Love. But of course they had to cut it short. But I did get up and I did get to say what I wanted to say. And my other brother Deshaun did too. So he asked me what was I up to. I told him that I was in Pine Bluff. We have family in Arkansas, Pine Bluff. I told you I was in Pine Bluff, and you was like, why didn't you tell me you was going? I would have went with you. And he would have, y'all. My brother was that type of person. He would have jumped up whatever he was doing and took that flight with me, and we would have kicked it and we would have came back. He loved going to PB. He loved going to Pine Bluff and seeing family. My brother was a family person. He was that one. He was the person that if somebody fucked with you, you could be a brother, you could be his niece, his nephew, a distant cousin, but if you was his blood and somebody fucked with you, it was gonna be hell to pay. And everybody knew about Larry Love, so there was, you know, it would have been hell to pay. So back, he was like, why you didn't tell me you was going? I would have went with you. And I think for me, it was just like a get up and run real quick, go visit some family, because I needed to get away from kids, and, you know, I needed a break. So that's why I went. But looking back now, you probably would still be alive if I would have told you I was going. You'd probably still be here, because I got back the day before. I got back the day before my brother got murdered. So I had not had a chance to see him until he was in his casket. I was the first one at the hospital, my husband and I wanted to see him no matter what. And all the nurse, when the nurse came, you know how they take you to that private room. You know it's done. You know it's over when they take you to that room. But when they came out, and I told them I wanted to see him no matter what. I need to see him. And my husband and the nurse was like, you don't want to see him like this. You don't want to see him like this. He was already dead, y'all. He was already gone. Things would have been different if you were still here. I know you would have flown between Milwaukee and Texas if you were still here. My brother was just an outgoing person. He took care of family. He took care of his kids, y'all. His kids was always around him. He did have 7 kids, and he was a father to 7 kids. They were, the day that he was murdered, my brother was sitting on the porch at home. And my mom, he lived with my mom and my dad. He was sitting on the porch at home, and somebody took his life in front of 1 or 2 of his sons. I know 1 for certain. My brother has been shot before. He was shot before, but he knew this time. He knew he wasn't coming back from this one. He told his friend. His friend was like, hold on, you know, telling him to hold on. And he knew it was no coming back. He let him know, nah, man, I ain't coming back from this one. And you never imagine. I never would have thought my brother would have got killed when he was 40. He was fucking 40. And the crazy thing, y'all, is that my daddy turned 60 the same year. We had never thrown a party for our parents before. But this summer, my daddy's birthday is June 13th. This summer, my brother, the one who left, He pulled all of us together, all his kids, all his siblings. We were at my brother Sean's house in Milwaukee, and it was so freaking nice. But looking back now, that was like our last time that we got to spend together as a huge family, as one, you know. I loved you so much. Ooh, this hard, y'all. I miss the unspoken bond that we shared. Y'all, me and my brother Larry, we were like, to me, we were like twins. Like, we thought the same, except he was a man and I was a woman, but we were just cool as hell. He was my brother, but he was my best friend. He we had a little spot. It was a little hole in the wall called Catfish. Little bar. It was less than 5 minutes from my house. Less than 5 minutes from my mama's house. And whenever he was up there, he would call me and be like, Quee, I'm up at Catfish. Come up here and have some drinks. And I knew whenever I kicked it with him, it was all free. My brother bought me nothing but doubles all night. I think it was like his plan to get me fucked up. But we was just cool as hell. We was just tight as hell. He actually lived with me and my baby sister. We had my 5 kids, my sister 4 kids, myself, my sister and her fiance, and my brother who passed away. We all lived in the house together and talking about fucking parties all the time. Oh my god, we had such a great time together. He would just, you know, he'll ball out on the kids, whatever they wanted, whatever they needed, whatever I needed, whatever my sister needed. He had it. He had it. We know we loved each other, but probably didn't tell each other enough. I miss you more than anyone could ever imagine. I miss us going out to the club, to the bar together. We used to turn up a lot. I miss your swag. Y'all, my brother had so much swag. Oh my god, I'm gonna put a few pictures in here. But he had so much swag, y'all. He always was geared up, had on his Byzantine. What is it? Byzantine? What kind of? It was a necklace. He always had on his necklaces. He always had on some fresh, clean tennis shoes. Always had on, you know, some sort of jersey, cap pulled to the side. And I swear that it's been many occasions where I have looked in my doorway and I felt like he was standing there, you know, just his swag, with his swag and everything. Y'all, if y'all got siblings, if y'all not talking to a sibling, a brother or a sister, if y'all on bad terms, make it right. Y'all always hear me say that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Whoever you love, you need to tell them you love them and mean it, and stick with them and have a relationship, because you can talk to them tonight, just like with my best friend who died. Talk to her tonight and then she gone at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just like with my brother, I talked to him when I was in Pine Bluff. And y'all, that morning that my brother left, like I said, he was at home sitting on the porch minding his own business. But my kids, normally would go over to my mom's house, and my brother that got killed, and my mom and them would watch the kids while I worked. This morning, that morning that it all happened, I called the daycare driver. I was like, hey, you know, don't worry about taking the kids to my mama and them house. You know, just bring them home. I'll be there. Or otherwise, my kids would have witnessed the death of their uncle. I mean, if y'all ever know of somebody being that favorite person in your family, he was the favorite person to everybody in the extended family, immediate family. He was that one. He was the favorite person. And I just know if he was alive today that he would definitely be here, back and forth between here and Wisconsin. That is my letter to my brother. I miss you. I love you. Every day, every minute, every second of the day. Until we meet again. Until we meet again. I can't wait for the day until we meet again. I love you, Larry Love. I do. Y'all, that's it. That's all I done messed up my whole everything today. I'm glad I didn't put on any makeup. But again, if you have any siblings, if you have any relatives that you are not talking to, make it right. Make it right. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, and the last thing that you want is to leave this earth, have them leave this earth without you apologizing, or you saying you love them, or them knowing that you love them. The good thing is I know my brother know that we loved him. We love, like I told y'all, I love hard. I mean, I know that he knows that I loved him. And I know he's looking down on us all and is very proud of his children. Alright, y'all. That's the end of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Remember to go check out 89 Bennett's video. It will be in my link. It will be a link in the description box. And I appreciate the true family. I love you guys. And don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Peace, y'all.